Alrighty, welcome back again to my never-ending nightmare of trying to get this right. This is attempt number 6, if you believe it or not, of trying to get this going. So first thing was, you know, getting the actual HDMI connection piece, which was fantastic. 20 bucks from AliExpress. My friend Matthew is very knowledgeable about this shiz. Recommended it to me, and yeah, so it's all good now. And like thing, and there was a slight input delay on my controller, and I'm talking ever so slight, like so slight that I feel like the only reason I noticed it was because I was playing Mario Golf 64 for my first test, and I almost didn't notice it because when I played the original Mario Golf 64 in Australia, it was the PAL version. So the PAL version actually has it was very slow. So the input actually had this ever so slight delay on it. Is it up here? Yes, okay. Here we go! So, yeah. I had to double check. I turned it on and I played it on my TV. I was like, no, there is an input delay. So I randomly messaged Matthew and I said, oh, I got the awesome thing off AliExpress into the Wild Blue. Oh, Canyon. Canyon. Canon. I can speak. And he said straight away, he was like, oh, you got a splitter? I said, oh, of course. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. He goes, yeah, go to JB Hi-Fi. So, it bears repeating. I'll repeat the story again. So, I went for a walk down at Monga Lake. It was very nice. It was a nice 24 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then from there, I went to JB Hi-Fi. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit thrown off. The sound coming from my laptop is very nice. So yeah. But it's weird because it's not coming from the TV. If I have it come from the TV as well, there'll be an echo, and that's what happened to this other recording. I'll get to that. And then the guy, I could just see his brain melting, the poor guy, I don't think this is shooting to the Wild Blue, but it's another star, and that's okay. And he was just, I was like, oh, so I would like this HDMI splitter. And I even had, like, the, I even had the product page on the website on my phone, and he was like, immediately he just closed his eyes, and he looked like he was going to short circuit. He was like, oh, what do you want it for? I said, oh, because I've got a Switch, a TV, and a laptop. And he was like, what? I was just looking at him like, not like, oh, here we go, kind of thing. But I was like, oh, like, is this a problem? And he was like, oh, so he goes, but no, you've mentioned TV, a laptop, and a Switch. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, oh, well, what's your end goal? What's your end goal here? And I'm like, oh, I want to be able to record, stream, and display it on the TV. I didn't mention it, but it kind of there was it because of the input lag. And he was just like, he goes, oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because you need a capture card. You need a capture card. And I was like, yes, I'm aware. I have well, I don't have a capture card. I was not going to tell him that. I've got like just a USB that has a HDMI input. So, whoops. Ouch. So eventually I was like, no, I've got it. He's like, oh, okay. So you want two outputs? I'm like, yeah. He goes, oh, okay. So then I think he was kind of like, okay. He sent me to the TV guys at the back, And I was like, oh, here we go again. Would they have the same kind of response to me of like, oh, okay. Whoa. But no, they were all good. But they're just like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I just want to be able to stream and record. They're like, oh, okay. They go like, yeah, we've just had some people come in and it's this HDMI splitter. Sometimes it's not what they want. And I was like, oh, because I didn't really. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Yeah, like a mouse. I noticed they only had like a 2.5-star rating on their website, and I thought that was a bit strange. I do think maybe people have gotten it incorrect. I get that. So, brought that home, I've connected it up. I tested it out. I did a 10-minute episode where I got about 4 stars in the snow level. So I was happy with that. Unfortunately, I didn't expect this because when I did the first couple of tests without the HDMI splitter connecting to the TV, hang on, they're still not shooting to the wild blue? Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, I know what it's talking about. I didn't consider the echo. I'll be blunt. Like, the echo wasn't that bad, but I'm like, nah, it's nothing. And honestly, like, it was a bit of a warm up as well. So, you know, now I'm feeling a bit more peppy, although I am quite hungry. So I suspect it's this one here. Oh, yeah, beautiful. So yes, first game I tested was Mario Golf. It was hilarious. I did about 4 attempts of it. Bowser just kicking my ass. You've noticed probably that I'm not showing my face at the moment. I might do it eventually. You also notice I'm not streaming. I'm just doing 10-minute episodes for now. Where I think Mario is a good one to kind of test. Doesn't really bother me that I'm at the 12th star. It's all good. I will mention though, I am a bit tired. Like, it's just part of the course at this point. Let's go check this. Plunder initiative. Okay. And also speaking in a way that is more nicer for you guys to listen to, not so erratic, and better for my throat as well. So I'm testing that out too. And the game audio might be super friggin' loud, so my apologies, and I might be very quiet for a couple of reasons. I'm leaning back. So is this prick gonna come out? Go near him? I don't know. Yeah. So. Mario 64 is one of those games that you know, I got very late. I'm just gonna hit him, stuff it. Yeah. No, I'm not interested. Oh, I think it's talking about the ship that's. That's okay. You know what? Let's just go here. And I went right into that one. Oh, hilarious. Alright, so we're coming up on 10 minutes now, so I'll probably just... Oh my goodness! Wow, okay. So yes, Mario 64, it's one of those games I never really played that much, or even though it was like a classic. Bit of a janky game. Oh, it's not that one. Oh, Lucky Balls, I remember. So, we'll test out this episode, we'll see how it goes. I might have the game audio a little bit too loud, and that's okay. And yeah, thanks for joining me on this. We will continue, and have a lovely day.